say if there's something big, an event going on, everyone knows about it. So they're driving home, and they start seeing what Kim described as some sort of a flash of light, a grayish sort of an orb. She first thought was an owl, and it was dodging in and out of her headlights. So they saw it about 3 or 4 times, like, hey, this can't be an owl. This doesn't happen that often. And they pulled over, and they started to see these lights up in the sky that were kind of dancing around, kind of ascending and coming down. And she pulled out her phone, started filming. And what's really, really great about this case is not only do we have that vantage point, but we have Ken, unrelated, didn't know her husband, and he's about 5 miles away to the northeast, and he went out to get his mail. So completely dark out there, goes out to get his mail, and he looks up at the sky and sees these lights kind of, he said it was almost whimsical. They were kind of chasing each other in a game of tag, and he realizes he has his phone and film. So what you see in the breakdown is the 2 vantage points, which are synced up perfectly. The time codes everything of what we call 2 phases or waves. And in the first phase, they come down and they stream across the sky from sort of a circle and spread out. In less than a second, they're across the sky. And then 8 seconds later, a next wave comes. But in this case, we have, I believe it's 4 lights, and a 5th one looks like, as they're traveling formation, it zips into place almost as if a place had been waiting for it, like you'd see, like an air show. Yeah. And it comes into formation, and those ones take, several seconds to cross. So very, very strange. The movements, the intensity of the lights, everything that we've been seeing, we just don't have an answer yet.
So when you talk to the police officers, firefighters, and air traffic controllers, now they also saw it, or they heard reports of it? I'm curious. It always adds a level of credence to a story when you have these people in authority, because very often they don't necessarily want to come forward and talk about it. They might be ridiculed at the office, but you have police officers, firefighters, and air traffic controllers all saying, we don't know what this was.
But the fact that so many people are seeing this, right now, and that we can't come to a conventional, explanation is very strange.
What did the air traffic controllers say? Because would this have shown up on radar, or did it show up on radar? Were they in the booth at the time? I'm just curious on that piece of this.
So this falls within Chicago Center, ARTC, and we've talked to someone who kind of volunteered to help us out there, and they've checked all the locations of the witnesses, the times. They said there's not even a plane here in the air at that time. Wow. And it's kind of like, you look at the video and you tell me, like, why are we even researching planes? I mean, these things are taken off a second they've crossed the horizon. Right. But we have to check every possible explanation in order to rule it out. And so planes,
live feed on his large screen TV when he noticed a white object come right through here at a very high rate of speed, and he just recorded it on his TV with his phone. See that right there? Looks totally out of place. That thing was moving at an incredible rate of speed. Here I zoom in on the object. Appears to be a solid white orb. It reminds me of what the pilots are describing out above the North Pacific Ocean. This here was above the Southern Indian Ocean. Here I enhanced the original video footage and put it in slow motion, just looking for any possible features that may show up, and I couldn't pull forward anything other than a high-speed round object that appeared to be white. Once again, that was video.